We're excited to be part of this global dialogue, which is addressing the global multiple crises that we are facing. We are living in a time where we have faced the fuel crisis, the financial crisis, the food crisis and energy crisis, and of late, the health crisis. Now, these crises are not going to go away. They are global, and we need a global plan to address them. So what is exciting is that this year's focus for the 17th session, we are looking at Africa, we are looking at rural development, we are looking at agriculture, we are looking at land and water and desertification. What is it that the world can do? What plans can we devise at global level to address these multiple crises? And what is clear is that agriculture is key to sustainable development. For us in Africa, with most of our countries generating up to 30% of their GDP from agriculture, we cannot look elsewhere other than in agriculture as an answer to sustainable development. Now, the challenge that we face is we are all aware of the challenge of feeding more people with less resources that are available. We are told by scientists that there will be 1.7 billion more people by 2030 in this planet. And by 2025, there will be 1.8 billion people living with water scarcity. Now, for us scientists, the question is, how do we make sure that our natural resources can meet the immediate demands for food and water and fuel now, and yet we leave enough for the next generation? We need knowledge. We need to make sure we scale up on the available success stories on sustainable agriculture. Working in partnership with an international consortium of private sector, farmers and researchers, we are working on a framework which is anchored on 6 principles under the Farming First concept, which anchors the farmer at the center of the dialogue. When we talk of policy change, we really have to put the farmer first, and this is what the framework is doing. We are looking at the use of natural resources. How do we safeguard our natural resources? How do we improve access to our natural resources? How do we use the available knowledge and generate more knowledge through research in order to safeguard our natural resources? How do we protect the harvests that we have? And how do we improve our markets such that we can be able to move food between hunger spots and spots of excess? And all these are key challenges that we will be addressing during this global dialogue. Now, what is exciting for us is that the chairperson has been very clear that we want to turn our swords into plowshares and the words into action. I think the time for talking is past. The time for talking against each other, the time for passing blame is past. The time is for action, and we need to come up with a plan out of this dialogue that can be implemented. We need a green revolution that is homegrown, where we are using global knowledge, global technologies, customized at local level to meet the challenges we face.